What's up everyone, welcome to another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. I had this one just actually today on my stream for Sub Battle Sunday with one of my subscribers obviously named Vetleb. This dude is one of the best battlers on my stream in my opinion. He's a really good fighter. As you can see, he's got an OU team here. My team's going to be Tangrowth, Dragalge, Crocodile, Florges, Durant, and Noivern, as Vetleb's going to end up rocking Weavile, Mega Gardevoir, Keldeo, Aegislash, Crawdaunt, and Lando. Quick note, technically, at this point in time, this is an Uber team because Aegislash is Uber, because logic. But that's another conversation for another time. Anyway, so this team is full of unbelievable threats, obviously. Two really good legends. Aegislash obviously is a good Pokemon. Gardevoir is. All his Pokemon are serious threats. And right off the bat, I know I'm going to have a hard time. So, the obvious lead for him here is going to be Landorus. Anytime you see a Landorus Therian, he's almost always going to be the lead. So like I said, he is going to go ahead and lead with that Landorus, as I lead with Ramen, knowing that was going to happen. So, typically, the only thing Lando is going to be able to do to me is U-turn. Even that's not going to do that much damage, so I got the immediate advantage here. He's going to switch out into Prom Queen. That's going to be his Gardevoir. As I went for the Leech Seed, I figured Leech Seed was going to be the safest play there. He had a Mega, I knew, in Gardevoir, and I knew he had no Grass type, so I got the most out of using Leech Seed here. But he does end up tracing my Regenerator, and then makes the clever decision to not even decide to Mega, because he's going to keep that Regenerator, and he doesn't really need the damage for me. So I'm actually going to switch out here, but he predicts that and double switches into his Aegislash. There was quite a few double switches in this battle, as you guys will see. So I was going into Florges. Typically, I'd protect to get some Leech Seed damage. For that there, I just didn't do it. But whatever. So he gets the matchup advantage there, so I'm going to have to switch out into Crocodile now. Crocodile's going to go straight for an attack. This proves I knew right as Stance Change hit that he was going to be a mixed Aegislash and go for Flash Cannon. Even if he was, one-on-one with Florges as a physical set, he would have Swords Dance knowing I couldn't have touched him at the very least. He could have gotten a free boost on my switch. So I'm a Choice Scarfer set. He's aware of this, so he's going to go ahead and use King Shield to scout my attack. Pretty sure, you had to know Earthquake was coming there, but possibly Crunch, I guess. So this switch is really obvious at this point. He's going to go ahead and go into Landorus. There's no question about it, so I'm going to switch into Tangrowth to predict that. No one else on his team would really care for an Earthquake from Krook especially. So yet again, we're back in the same thing as we started out, Lando versus Ramen. This time he's going to stand and go for Stealth Rocks. I actually went for Knockoff this time because I was half in my head going, well, he didn't, Mega last time, so maybe it's not a Mega Gardevoir, so even if he switches in, I'll get this, maybe scout these item. But he stays in. I'm going to knock off his leftovers, which is fine. He's not a Scarfer set. Now I'm going to go ahead as he goes for knockoff. He's going to go for Leech Seed. He crit on that knockoff. As you can see, Lando's power is not insane. This is obviously more of a bulkier one, with the Stealth Rocks and stuff and the knockoff for utility. So I'm going to hit that, get a little bit of Leech Seed damage off. I know he's not going to be able to do any damage to me. He's obviously not carrying U-turn. He would have used it already. I went for knockoff again, just in case. Same situation before. Maybe if he switches into his Gardevoir, I can kind of scout if he's a Mega set or not. So I go for the knockoff. It does a little bit of damage, but it knocks off no item, so, obviously that means Mega, so. I'm going to go ahead and switch out at this point. I'm going to go into Leviathan. This is my Dragalge. This was probably a misplay. I did it because I knew I could Sludge Wave him for really good damage, but it turns out he's rocking Psyshock. He probably predicted me to go into Florges. And unfortunately, it was a good prediction, and he's going to go ahead and take me down to actually 1 HP, but that doesn't really matter because, he outspeeds me, so. Wasted Dragalge there, unfortunately. That wasn't the best play on my part. So I'm going to bring in Durant here. This series of plays was, I think, what really made the game for me here. I actually baited him to switch here. I switched into Durant, and now I'm going to switch out into Noivern here, knowing he's going to go into Landorus to try to get the Intimidate drop on me, thinking I'm going straight for Iron Hood or at least Hone Claws. So as I said, he goes into Lando here. Now my most powerful attacks I'm going to fire at him. Boom Burst, Draco maybe, Dragon Pulse, Air Slash, Hurricane. They're all resisted or completely immune to Aegislash here. Well, Aegislash is immune to Moonburst. So instead, I went on and fired off Flamethrower. So I made 2 really good predictions in a row there. I'm going to take Aegislash down to about half. I actually get the burn, and then he's going to get the weakness policy, which kind of cancels out his burn there. At this point, though, all he can actually do is Shadow Sneak, because obviously he's not going to outspeed me. So just because he knows he's basically trashed at this point, he's going to go ahead and just go for the Shadow Sneak. It ends up doing around 25% or so, which means without the burn, it probably would have done, 50 or something like that close. So Flamethrower's going to take him out, and Aegislash goes down. He went Ubers, and really that's all it takes to take him down, no matter what set he is. He's not really, he's got bulk like that, but he doesn't have enough really to take a couple super effective hits. He's hard to switch into sometimes if your opponent makes a prediction like that, but he's going to bring in Weavile. I knew either Fake Out or possibly Ice Shard was coming here. I don't want to take either. Noivern, I think I can make of use a little bit later in the match. So I'm going to go into Tanga here, and he's going to go for Fake Out, which is fine. I'm going to take, about as much as I took from Stealth Rocks, really. So I actually just went for Leech Seed here, because I really thought he'd just go for an attack, but even Weavile can't do a whole lot to Ramen. He's about a 3-hit KO with Ice Punch most of the time. So I go for Leech Seed there. He probably predicted me to go for Knockoff, I guess, and figured, well, why not go into him, and, he's probably a Sash set or something. I don't know. But I do get the Leech Seed off, breaking his possible Sash. I'm not sure if he was or not. And he's going to go for Super Rare here. I thought that was a little weird. I did lose my item to Landorus, so it's not like Knockoff would have done a massive amount, but it probably would have done more, than Superpower because of adaptability. But either way, he just gets very little damage off, and I'm going to absolutely annihilate him with Giga Drain. And that's going to be Crawdon. Crawdon's a really big powerhouse. It's just unfortunate, Ramen kind of eats him. So it brings back in Gardevoir. At this point, this Gardevoir is getting really, really threatening, because now that he's got Psy Shock, I don't really have switch-ins for it anymore. I never really did, actually, not knowing he's got Psy Shock anyway. So I actually just bring in Krook. And this was basically a fodder switch, but I was kind of hoping maybe he'd predict me to go into Florgs again and try for the Psy Shock, and maybe I get immunity and then, be able to fire back. But really, this is a fine fodder switch, because with Landorus still lurking with his Intimidate and his immunity to, Earthquake, obviously, Krook isn't really a whole lot of help anymore. Like, he never was. Landorus is just too much of a counter to him for me to be able to stop him. So I can bring in Durant again. Now, I had to make another play here. I know his whole moveset by now. It's like Psy Shock, Hyper Voice, Energy Ball, and Focus Blast, I think was his last attack. So he's going to bring in Lando here. Now, I didn't switch out this time into Ramen, knowing, because he could just switch right back out into Gardevoir, and that would make it a really tough time for me. So instead, I just go straight for Home Claws here. That's going to put me at neutral, thanks to his Intimidate, obviously. But I am Hustle, and I am a Durant. I have a lot of power, so I go for the Iron Head. I get that 30% flinch chance, which was cool. And then I fire off another Iron Head, and I end up getting a crit, which absolutely mattered. Absolutely mattered. So a couple of hacks there helped me out, but against a team with this much power, I'm going to have to kind of need a couple here and there. So brings out Keldeo here. Keldeo is always special. I'm not really afraid of how much he can do to Florgs, honestly, so I'm going to go to Florgs, but he makes another good prediction here and switches into Gardevoir there. So now, knowing he's got Psy Shock, I'm at kind of a bad situation here. I stayed in at this point thinking maybe I could, take one and then maybe get a special attack drop. But he makes another prediction. I think he predicted me to switch into Durant again, but instead I stayed in. He goes for Focus Blast, gets the miss. It wouldn't have done much anyway. And then I get the special attack drop. So now I'm thinking, well, Psy Shock's probably 2-hit KO neutral, with, +0 special attack. Now at -1, I think I can live one a lot better. So I stay in, I take it. It does about 33% before leftovers, which is absolutely amazing, because I'm 3-hitting this as well with Moonblast. But I can obviously take another one at this point. That is awesome news for me. I absolutely needed that special attack drop to fight back, and I get it. I get the wish off here. I know I can protect and get most of my HP back. I didn't want to just kill it because then he could have brought in something else and had me in a really bad situation HP-wise. So to me, it's a better idea to do that and guarantee I'm closer to around half when Gardevoir goes down. So I get the protect off. Obviously, he's going to try Side Shock. Not going to work. I'm going to get around 75 or so HP at this point. Wow, Siren's nice. So he's going to go ahead and go for a Side Shock now. And like I said, after Leftovers recovery here, I'm going to be around half, a little under it. But Moonblast is going to go ahead and take out Mega Gardevoir. That thing was a threat and a half. I was absolutely terrified of it. And I was able to get rid of it, thank the Lord. So he's got Keldeo and Weavile left here. Keldeo is really no good, so I knew Weavile was coming. Now, because I'm aware that Weavile is a super counter to Noivern, there's no way Noivern's going to be any good, really, at this point. I'm going to go ahead and decide to sack him, because I'm scared to bring in Ramen into, like, a possible Ice Punch. I don't want him to take that unnecessary damage. So I take the Stealth Rock damage, I'm going to go into Ice Punch, so, that's okay. I didn't really need base anymore. He did his job. He took down that Aegislash with the double flamethrower there, which was awesome. I needed that to be able to put up a fight in this battle. So I'm going to bring in Tang here. I decided to just go ahead and go for Leech Seed. I'm nearly at max, minus Stealth Rock damage. He's going to go for the Ice Punch. And it hits really hard. Weavile is such a powerhouse, but Rama takes it considerably well, considering the power that Weavile has and the fact that it's super effective. But Leech Seed misses. I swear I missed that once a battle most of the time. Whatever, though. I'm not going to want him to die, so I'm actually going to switch in Durant again. Durant is also not much help anymore. He can't really mess with Keldeo, and Weavile obviously, again, counters him because Weavile's so strong. He takes the Ice Punch really well, but I know he's going to be carrying, like, Night Slash or something, or possibly Sucker Punch. I don't know. I don't even know if he can learn that, actually. But he's going to go for Knockoff, and that's going to kill me, knocking off my Lychee Berry. Which is fine. His team actually had a lot of knockoff, considering I'm pretty sure that Crawdon had it as well. So I'm going to go back into Tang here. This time I can't really afford to play risky. I know I can probably live an Ice Punch really badly. So I can't afford to go for Leech Seed anyway, because even if I protect off, I'm not going to get enough. So instead, I live it with 10 HP, and instead of Leech Seed, I'm just going to go straight for the Giga Drain here. Weavile's got a little balk. He lives it with like literally 1 HP. At this point, I was absolutely terrified, but then I realized, oh wait, he's Life Orb. He has to kill himself to kill me. So he's going to go ahead and just fire off that Ice Punch. Ramen obviously can't take it at that point, unfortunately. But he played well, as he always does. And he gets rid of that Weavile thanks to Life Orb. So he walls just enough for me able to take out the Weavile. And it becomes a one-on-one between Florgs and Keldeo at this point. Keldeo's at max. Florgs is going to be really low after Stealth Rock damage. I'm aware of this. But at this point, I'm kind of certain that if I can wall off one attack, I can win this battle. He's going to go for Scald. It takes me to 13 HP. Thank goodness no burn, because even after Leftovers recovery, I'm thinking burn would have killed me at that point. So I do get the Wish off. I'm going to be able to protect, obviously, and get a lot of my HP back. Be back around, 60% HP or something like that. And Keldeo at that point just really isn't going to have a lot of stuff to contend with. Someone like Florks, he just has no moves to take him down. Not even carrying Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump, if it would have hit there, probably would have killed me too. So, the cuts of damage there of the pace power. Now he's going to Scald again. He actually gets a crit, then a burn. So that's unfortunate. A little bit of RNG hack his way, but at this point, I was pretty certain it was going to be too little too late. I'm going to hit him with Moonblast. I actually thought that would have killed him, but I wished just to make sure, obviously. So I was at 52 HP when the one Scald took me down to like 11 HP, and now I'm at 58. So at this point, I'm pretty certain I can live it no matter what happens here. He's going to go for one more Scald. He does not get the other crit. It takes me to 16 HP. And now Moonblast is going to go ahead and take down Keldeo, giving me the narrowest of 1-0s you could possibly get. And that was an absolutely amazing battle. Like I said, Vetleb is a great player. We both made some really good predictions there. I did get some hacks here and there. The Iron Head flinched and crit on Lando. But like I said, when I'm rocking a team like this, you're going to need a little help here and there to take out a team with so much power. But either way, it was a really, really good game. A lot of my Pokemon went really clutch there to be able to get the kills. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the battle, make sure you guys hit that like button at the bottom of the screen. It's going to help me out a lot. If you guys haven't done it, you can also subscribe. I upload videos as much as I can. And if you guys haven't checked my live stream out, if you caught me on YouTube, you can check my live stream out. I stream every day over at www.twitch.tv/xchriscobain. I'm going to leave a link in the description below for you guys, alright? And that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next video.